Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Awesome.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. It's perfect.
That's good. Wonderful.
Nice. So how are you doing, mate?
I'm doing really great, and you?
Yeah, doing good, doing good. I'm really liking the hustle, you know, like I like to live my life like in an anime with arcs, you know, where I focus on something for a bit of time. And here I'm in my Tryndamere coaching arc and I'm really liking it.
Yeah, and I'm a part of it. Nice.
Yes, you are exactly, and thank you so much for the sub again. By the way, means a lot. Thank you, bro.
It's okay.
Yeah. So how do I call you? Do I call you Emenzosaurus? Do I call you Marcel? Do I call you
You can call me Marcel or EMENZ. EMENZ is good.
Immense? Okay,
Yes.
immense. Yeah, we'll go with immense.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see immense. Let me go back to our messages. Um, I. So what did you send me? What did you send me? I'm not the typical speed push player. I'm okay. I'm fine with that. I think the possibilities to give my team advantage in fights with a 4v5 situation when you rotate, etc. And then I played since season 4, but more just for fun till season 10. You played StarCraft 2 competitive for 8 years. Oh, really?
Yes.
How harder is StarCraft compared to League? Looks way harder.
Yeah, the map awareness you need is a lot more
I
in
feel
the
like
game because
yeah, I feel like it's a lot more everything. Like it's more APM, it's more like strategy, it's more not.
yeah.
I feel like it's more everything. It's crazy. Like
Yeah, but I don't know. You have all in your own hands. You know the whole
mm,
game
yeah, the fact
and
that it's a 1v1 and so you
right.
cannot blame teammates, right?
Right. You
Yeah,
can only blame the enemy
yeah,
for
and maybe
cheesing stuff.
and maybe the meta also like aren't there like compositions that are like way stronger than others, like races or classes?
Yeah, you can have some build orders that function better in some elo.
Hmm.
You can hit them on some timings. You have the timing of the game, and when you have in that situation a build order you committed to, you can always win the game till uh, platinum or diamond.
Okay,
It's
okay,
easy. It's,
okay,
it's
okay.
really easy.
Okay, I see. I see. Like you have like yeah, free win strats basically.
Yeah,
Um.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, I was just interested a bit in it because I tried to watch some StarCraft, but then like it's so hard to understand it when you never played it.
Yeah, right.
Um.
My girlfriend always had problems to follow the gameplay, and I
Oh
was
yeah.
always sweating when I play. Yeah, 200 APM is no joke.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen that. I've seen like the highest APM StarCraft players. They are going crazy, man. It's like it's scary, like, and it's for a long period of time. Like, yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty insane. Okay, well, regarding so regarding the coaching, let me know. Like, do you have any objective with that coaching? Is there something like you want to focus on? You want to learn? Do you have like any like objective in terms of elo, of rank, of anything?
Mm,
You don't have to.
yeah, yeah. I'm just overthinking it now.
Hmm.
Yeah, macro-wise, I think there's some I can learn, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Some situations where I think I can pressure the map, but I just should focus on the fight because we are stronger 5v5.
Yeah, that's something that's happens to me as well, like a lot, where sometimes we just win the 5v5 when you can just like group mid and Ed or just go Drake, go Nash. But sometimes I still like go on side lane because I'm Tryndamere, like I'm supposed to go on the side lane. Okay, I see. I mean, I'm a bad person for asking this because regardless of what you're gonna tell me, I'm still gonna look at everything during your gameplay and say like everything that I'm seeing. So I'm just curious. It helps me like realize how good you guys are at realizing like your strengths and weaknesses. That's like the main reason for that question. Okay, so, and are we doing live coaching or VOD reviews?
No, we do live coaching.
Okay, nice. So you can start sharing your screen. I see that you're already in lobby. So yeah, you can start looking for a game, and we will keep doing a bit of talking until we find one. Let's go. It seems to be working really well. Perfect. Okay.
The sharing screen is the client of League, or you see my client.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So how long have you been playing the game? Oh, you told me season 4, I think, right?
Season 3, I guess. Yeah, but I started as a ADC main. Then I rotated, switched roles, mid lane, etc. But season 10, I committed complete to top lane.
Okay. And did you start Tryndamere in season 10 or you started recently?
No, season 10.
Okay, let's go. Big.
Well, I hover it so my teammates can see that I wanna go for an AD pick top lane.
Yeah, and then you're a Giga Chat playing Tryndamere. Nice.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know if you've seen any other of my coachings yet, like fully, or you came late to the first one.
To the first one this morning, I came a little bit late, but I catched some of it.
Okay, so just to know that you know, at the beginning of my coachings, I have like 2 rules, 2 things that we always do. The 2 first are kind of exercises for you guys. The first one is I will ask you whenever everything would have picked their champion, everyone would have picked their champion, I would ask you to do what I call the thinking. So doing the thinking is just like looking at the champions, all of them, and then telling me whatever you can think of regarding the game. Like everything that matters to you regarding the game, you just tell me about it. So that's exercise number 1. And then exercise number 2, when we get in game, I don't know how much you do it in your games, but I would like to hear about the jungle tracking as much as you can, you know, like even if like just verbalize whatever you see or know regarding the jungle tracking. It's gonna be important. And yeah, that's about it. I think like you can start from now on doing the thinking, just telling me what you think about like the picks, the champions, the matchups, like whatever seems like useful to you.
They got more teamfight potential than we have because we have Xerath Nocturne. We can go for a catch comp with Syndra, with rotations in the jungle to get some catches. We build vision in the enemy jungle, try to get some value from it. And they just want to fight. They have Rel, they have Tristana, they can engage. They have engage, some kind of with Rel, and with Gragas they have also disengage, and they can split push. They can go for the 1-4 and for the 1-3-1 for split push. But we can also go for it for the 1-3-1 and for the 1-4, I guess.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, I think they will play for bot side. But we should go for a ward here, 120, to check where Gragas start.
And what can you tell me about the Tryndamere versus Jax matchup? It's a very iconic matchup. What do you know about it?
Yeah, early it's favorite to Trynd, but he outskates me very hard. So I cannot face check him inside lane in mid-late game. He shits on me when he plays good, but he don't play good, he's gold. So I cannot play it, I guess. But it's favorite for him how longer the game will go on.
Yes. So you're kind of forced to get a lead early. If you go even,
Yes.
you're losing.
Yeah. Good for me is he don't place Ignite, so his early game is a little bit weaker.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then second exercise, like what you can tell me about jungle tracking, and then I will let you play your game and trying not to intervene too much.
Yeah, Nocturne starts bot lane, so he have decent jungle clear. He can reach top at 330, I guess. So we can look for a good wave state for me. So I have freeze optimizedly here, so he can gank for the Jax. So we can get a flash or maybe a kill. But he don't. Ah, there he is. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's being very aggro.
Yeah.
Okay, the way is still good
But
for you. Still fine.
the wave is good for me. Yeah.
Okay, so when you're gonna come, what are you gonna do with the wave? What's your plan now for the next minute or so?
I let it crash, and I go for a slow push.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Yes, Sheen. We saw Gragas mid. Yeah. Okay. No,
Do you
no, no,
think
no,
there's a play to be made? Okay, really
no, no, no.
nice. Really nice.
Ah, my wave state is shit. Should.
So now you're looking to crash it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And
Right.
then what?
Recall. Go for my boots. Maybe.
Okay.
Gragas the spot. Couldn't board here. So I can go for a pink. Now I have tempo advantage. Can Go for a deep ward. We got nothing to lose top side. Wave is bouncing back to me.
Mhm.
Got his bone plating.
Okay, so now the wave is pushing to you. Do you think you can like prevent him from crushing?
I don't think. I can trim the wave a little bit when he goes for the jumps. I think he's gone. Come on.
Okay,
I
what
think they go for the Herald.
Uh-huh.
No, Gragas was in the riverside. So I respect that be doing things in bot lane. Yeah. I have no ult. They can go for me now. Yeah. Yeah, there he is.
Okay, but he's fixing the way for you. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's really nice of him.
Mr. Gragas, nice guy.
Yeah, maybe because they want to herald top? Not even?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
Okay. Okay. What was that? Yeah. Mm. But hey, we got Drake.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good thing.
Oh no, I can free farm.
It's really nice that you're seeing the positive things in it. That's actually a really good thing. You always have a best move. You always have a best play. You always have a best thing to do, and you should
Yeah.
just play for that. Okay, so we talked about how Jax is gonna outscale, and now Jax is gonna outscale even harder. So you winning side lane is not gonna be a win condition, right?
Right.
So what is? How do you help your team win that game?
I can go check for flanks for here right now. Maybe can commit for that. I don't know why he goes for Gragas.
Nice.
I'll push. Okay. Nah, I ult. Maybe my teams don't follow it up, so I play it safe. We got turret bot lane. I guess it's better to open up mid lane so Syndra can rotate more often. We can play more for the Drakes. Don't wanna deny her. Okay, she denied her. Her cannon itself for a passive. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Ah. Ah, Gragas can come.
Okay, what now? Where are you going and why?
We have vision at Drake. Pushing mid. Looking for Drake. Maybe someone can catch the wave here. We don't lose this. Fix the wave in mid. Okay, never mind. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Why you do Harold Dings Scuttle? Never mind, I have my Kraken power, like better to recoil. Big wave on bot lane. We have no vision. I don't know. I have no ult.
So where are you going now and why?
Try to fight with the team. No, it's okay. We got Drake. Now I go back to top lane. Catching the wave. Jax is here. Guess I should move. I guess I go for the CD on ultimate because we fight a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We can go for Herald next. Go, go, go. We go for Vision here. Kargas is here. Okay, we have a Syndra here. Oh, 3 guys, 4 guys. Okay. We can rotate for the MF. Go. Go. My little deer, go. Okay.
Okay, what's the next objective on the map?
Nash or Drake. We have.
So there will be Nash and Drake. Which
Yeah.
one do you want to play for?
We have 2 Drakes. We can give 1 Drake up to go for Nash. It's always better to go for Nash. Unless it's a soul. Ah. Okay. That looks Ignite. I guess we should take took the Herald for maybe a Drake fight, also to pressure mid or some tower to get free Drake. I'm here a little selfish, but I guess we should go for Vision here. Yeah, this is not a 10 CS per minute game.
Oh no, it's not. It's actually a 5 CS per minute game.
He wants to catch identity of Some mid should. Okay, go. Yes. Jax is the. But why I ulted? That was fat fingered. Yeah. Nah, play's over. Go for Drake. What the fuck?
Yeah, I got surprised as well. Yeah, one bad click probably.
Okay. We have smite? Yeah, we have smite. Dude! So we are going in the jungle often. I got red trinket. Clear some wards.
Okay, when you're up, where do you go and why?
I go bot lane. So I try to get some away from mid. They want to fight. Or maybe top. Top is not better. Nocturne is there. Potentially play. Going with the jungler. But okay, never mind. Bot wave is shit. Needs to fix it. Yeah. Hello, Jax.
Okay, so what are we playing for right now? What's the objective?
The only objective up is the towers or jungle or nature.
Okay, and how do we play for Nashor? How do we help our team? Tryndamere.
Opposite side of it.
That's
I should
that's
go.
one way.
Syndra should go. Okay. I gain nothing from it here. So I'm 2 level behind. Oh, are they on nature right now? No. Okay, Syndra is recalling I go bot. I think Misfortune should be mid right now. She's 0-4. 2 items, lethality build, okay. But she gets killed from Jax. Every time.
What items does Tristana have?
Tristana has IE, Kraken, Berserker.
You beat her?
When she has ult, yeah, when she has ult, maybe not. We have no vision. Lux is coming. No. No. Okay, Gragas is there. Oh. Well, they could go for Nash, but they don't. Oh,
When is
maybe.
Drake spawning?
18. Yeah, I can go Seafoot. But they don't do Nasher. I guess they go for Drake. How are they doing? Okay. It's unpredictable, man. The right play would be Nasher in this case. When they
Well,
catch Nocturne, I don't know.
you never called it.
No, not for our team, for their team.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck? Ah, yes. Yeah, it was. Oh, Nash? No. Yeah. I don't know what I'm feeling about it.
Okay, where to now and why?
There's Nasher's up, Nasher up. I would pressure bot lane for it
Well,
to,
mhm.
but my team don't want it.
Okay, just trade. Go bot and see where your team goes.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah.
He's bot only because you're not bot. Same for Syndra
Yeah.
earlier. And look at Syndra, she was going bot and now she's going mid.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. That's cool.
Sometimes you need always to push it. Yeah. Did we see Jax here on the ward? No.
At least you are where you're supposed to be, so it's I'm happy about that play. Happy about that.
Maybe we can look for Elder after we have Soul Point. When the games go longer. Drake. Think we should go for some vision, maybe. I'm 4 levels behind. Dude.
Yeah, and only because you cannot go over level 18.
Yeah. Man, that sucks. I'm under the curve, the gold curve, so I'm useless. Maybe I should go for some cross map things. Giving up Drake, it's okay. So bounty system, bounty is up. My team, oh, never mind. It's not the thing I want to call. Jack spot. He recalled. So he's back. We can go for. Never mind. No, he has TP. I guess that's game.
Okay, well, it's a really good game for a coaching session, though. We have a lot of content, 33 minutes. We have early game talk, mid game talk, late game talk. It's really good. That's what I'm looking for. Like, I'm not looking for a win, of course. I'm looking for content.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, nice. So you can stop sharing your screen. I will start sharing mine. Up, let me open Twitch here, then go on Discord, and then share screen, apps, here. Okay, so do you see it? Do you see my Chrome application? Do you see my mouse moving? Do you see me watching my own stream?
Wait. Ah. Yep.
Yeah, it's working?
Yep.
Okay, nice. So these are the things we're gonna discuss. You're gonna see them on screen in just a minute. So yeah, we have a lot to discuss, but I mean, I think that a third of them all get in the same category, which is a good thing for you. So most likely whenever I'm coaching someone, there are like 3, 4, 5 like big issues that we have to work on. It's a lot of issues to work on. But I feel like with you, you have one giga super gigantic enormous, however you want to call it, issue. And then the others are like slight issues. The others are like gonna fix themselves. But you have one gigantic one. Can you guess it?
Yeah, in this game, this was my CSing.
Okay.
Level, I don't got enough XP.
Okay, and why is that? What makes you be so behind in CS and XP?
Trying to rotate and don't get my wave fixed in.
Okay.
I lost a big wave when they done Herald and Gragas flashed on me, and from there on I was falling behind all the time, trying to rescue the burning map.
Okay, well, you didn't lose like okay, you lost one big wave there, but then you lost like 15 big waves throughout the game. I mean, I will show you play by play, etc. But my whole it all comes down I can summarize it with one sentence: is that you're playing Tryndamere like a pike, basically. Like you're playing Tryndamere like it's pike champion. So what does pike champion do? Pike champion gets his gold from kills, etc. So he gets double the gold on kills. He's useful for vision, and he's like a little ball that goes on the map wherever the action is happening, and he tries to make some action happen, and he can, because he has an executioner, a Q, double CC, a grab, has some escape, etc. Tryndamere is not built like that. That's not Tryndamere's champion's identity. What is, okay, are you familiar with the term of a champion's identity?
Yeah.
Okay, so what will be for you Tryndamere's champion's identity? What it is?
State check with gold lead.
Okay, so okay.
Now he can took the pressure from the map when he's split pushing. Because he have escape and ult to go away and mobility.
Okay, that's really good. So Tryndamere, he's a very gold hungry champion. Like he's a melee ADC. He needs a lot of gold to actually buy the items that will make him spike. He needs to spike as hard as possible at any stage of the game. And then, so at some point in my life, to try to get some money, I was doing a bit of boosting. And then I was boosting with the challenger players. I was still low master and was boosting with challenger players on a flex account. It was a funny order. And at some point, I said, okay, can I be a bit more selfish, guys? Usually in solo queue, I play a bit more for myself, etc. And some of the boosters yelled at me, and he was like, bro, you're playing Tryndamere. The whole point of your champion is to get a lead early on, so later you can apply pressure on side lane and win a 1v1, so you have to bring 2 people. That is Tryndamere. And he yelled at me like that. It made me realize,
right.
Yeah, that is Tryndamere. And into Jax matchup, that's even more important, because as you said, by default you're losing it, so you have to build a lead early. And in this game it wasn't even the issue, because you didn't manage to get the lead early, but you managed to come back, but then you didn't go back to your role. So I will explain. So you did some things really well, and I will always also focus on the things that you're doing really well, because the things that you're doing well, you're doing them really well. Actually, someone in my chat said, and I agree with him, so the game was in low gold, high silver, no? Something like that?
I think, yes.
Yeah, and he said, if he fixes that one issue, he gets to plat. You get 400 LP boost just by fixing that big issue. And I will show you how to fix it, why is it so important, etc. Because the rest you're doing really well. The rest you're doing better than the rest of the guys in your team. And I mean, I will show you play by play. So regarding first the thinking, as I called, I really liked so you are focusing a lot on the 5v5 actually, and having Nocturne and Xerath is really good for a split pusher, because now they can impact the side lane, Tryndamere versus Jax, very easily. Xerath can from mid lane press ult and help you against Jax, and Nocturne can also ult and instant TP to bot lane and help you. But you don't have the best 5v5 because of Rel engage, because of Gragas engage, because of Jax, etc. So it was really nice observations. I would have liked to hear a bit more specifics on the Jax matchup, and probably you just don't know them, I'd say. So I would suggest that you actually maybe use my matchup spreadsheet, or just read it once whenever you get into a matchup, so you have a better idea of the matchup, because I feel like Jax matchup is one of those that you will play the most. So if you don't have a clear idea about this matchup, probably that you don't have in matchups that you play less, and I will explain exactly what I mean by that. Other than that, it was decent, it was good enough, the thinking that you did. So now into jacks. Here you're going to the lane first. And now we're focusing on plays chronologically. We're gonna talk about like missing CS and playing like a pike later. Right now, let's focus back on, okay, early lane. So we're here level 1 and we get to the lane, right?
Yes.
So I asked you about the jungle tracking and you tell me, well, Nocturne is starting bot. So he's gonna be top by like 3 minutes 30 to 4 minutes. He's gonna have a window. He can come before Scuttle, he can come after Scuttle. Okay, so you want to have the wave in that spot, like close to you whenever he comes, so he can gank. That was your plan, right?
Yeah, and I started to attack the wave. That was the issue.
Yes, I mean, there were like... Okay, I would tell you the better play, the best play. And so the second best play will be just letting Jax push a bit and try to hold the wave. But this is very risky because there's something, so it's very Jax specific, but I will still tell you that like against Jax is whoever hits the wave more and has the wave pushing to the other side is winning. Because if you're hitting the wave, it means that you're getting Fury, and of course you're getting level advantage as well. If he is hitting the wave, it means that he's getting passive. You know what his passive does?
Yeah, attack speed.
Exactly. So if he hits the wave more, he gets more attack speed, so he'll get more value, and of course he'll get level 2 first. So that's why into the Jax matchup, you have to be the first there on the lane. You have to go there. Even if your jungler is asking for help on blue buff, you don't go on blue buff. You go on your lane, and you start hitting. And here, Jax is giving you the lane. This is winning. Because now you can hit the wave, you can build Fury, you can threaten to get the level 2 advantage. And also, if you're gonna say, yeah, but I don't want to push the wave because Nocturne is gonna path top and I want the wave to be good into Nocturne, well, guess what? If you crash the first 2 wave, what is gonna happen?
Bouncing back.
Exactly, sir. And if it's bouncing back, by the time, so third wave is gonna be Cannon Wave meeting here, and fourth wave is gonna be meeting here, and then you have Nocturne that can come, and then you would have taken good trades because you would have a level advantage when you were pushing, you would have more Fury, etc, etc. So that was the absolute best play to do here, is getting there and get the prio. Second play, we could argue, okay, you just let it push, you just hold the wave and then you wait for Nocturne to come, but then it's a bit risky because Jax can, you give him the level 2 advantage, he can jump on you, he can stack his passive, etc, etc. But here you plan to freeze and then you push. So you do like the worst thing possible. Like you go in between the two. So here, you're here, but you're not even hitting. So like you're not achieving anything by coming here first. It will be like, if you're not gonna hit the wave, what you could do is maybe go in that bush. You see my mouse? You go in that bush, and if he's leashing for Gragas, when he face checks you, you just auto E out. So you get a bit of damage and you get his bone plating. And that's it. But here you're just twerking. And okay, don't take it as a bad thing, but I would say twerking a lot because it's something that you do a lot. Like just twerking on the map. Like just, you know, your hair, like if you were dancing, it would be the exact same thing. Like if you are pressing like your dance button, you would achieve exactly the same thing. And it's gonna happen a lot. So now we're finally hitting. You should not use E before he uses E, another specific. You start hitting him, and when he uses E, you can dash through him. It's fine. It's good. You win it still because you have more Fury, because you still manage to hit more than him. But yeah, so now, of course, he wins the trade. Okay, and now he actually gets the level 2 advantage. And now our whole plan collapses. Okay, something really important to Jax, you don't want to get, when he's pushing to you, you don't want to get into his Q range unless you have your E. So here, and also his Q is like 1 second less cooldown than your E. So if you cannot hit, you cannot reset it with crit, so he's gonna have more Qs than you have E's. Also, like, it's important to know in this matchup. So here, like, you can, yeah, if he jumps in, it's okay to go for the CS, but you can just E out. And this is fine because he's actually losing that trade with your minion hitting. So now you can walk up, and now you're gonna be, yeah, you need to be very careful. And now he can jump on you freely when you don't have your E. If you actually press Q, by the way, you don't die here. I think if you press Q, maybe that last auto 68, yeah, you wouldn't die and he would. actually day to Nocturne after, maybe, probably. So that's a little like mechanical thing, but yeah, I mean it's pretty obvious that he's gonna flash, and I wouldn't call to flash just to press Q. And this way, and even like if you don't think that he's gonna flash, you should still press Q, because you're not gonna use your Fury anyway. You just want to sustain, so you should press Q on CT.
Yes.
Okay, so this is like this is some like matchup knowledge which is gonna come with time, plus a bit of mechanics. So it's not even what matters the most. It's not even what costs you the most, because actually the wave was still decent. He lost a lot by backing before crashing the wave, and you come back to a decent wave. Now, what's gonna happen with the wave? It's gonna bounce to him, right? That's what you said.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now the question is, I'm gonna have to, like, you don't want it to just bounce to him and then he has a freeze. You want to be able to crash it, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. How are you gonna crash it? What's the plan here to crash it?
The minion wave, the blue minion wave will stack on the tower. And the next minion wave is at the red tower from him right now. So the wave will meet at the border part of my lane, of my side of the lane, near my tower. I could wait for the next wave to stack and push it immediately.
Okay. That could work, but that's not the best way to do it. Okay, so you have a slow push, you cannot do anything about it. And now you need to keep in mind, Jack's got the first blood. And he pushed away, so you have a refillable and he's gonna have a Shin. Like, he's bigger than you. He has more damage than you. He's stronger than you. Plus, he doesn't care if there's a big wave, he actually can activate his E, and he'll get a ton of damage. If he autos you, then gets, you know, the more he gets hit, the more damage he deals with his E. So this is tough for Tryndamere. But you have two ways to fix it, quote unquote safely, or like to like be as safe as possible. First one is Nocturne is top. Nocturne is gonna do like his blue buff, maybe Gromp after, or maybe straight into Scuttle, and then you can ask for Nocturne to come and help you just crash the wave. Not even gank, not even kill, just crash the wave. Okay, but it's not always gonna happen. Your jungler is not gonna be there to help you, or like, I mean, Soluk, you shouldn't expect him to help you. Now the other thing is, if you're pushing like this as slow as possible, like, the thing is, it's slow pushing anyway, but the slower it pushes, the more you're gonna be able to farm CS close to your turret, and the more waves you're gonna be able to stack. If you push it really, really slow, you can stack like even one more wave, and then have like 12 CS coming with you, working with you. And also, by the time it's slow pushing, every wave you're hitting is gonna be closer to your turret, so you're gonna be very safe, especially because you have Steel Flash and Ghost and your E. So this way you stack the biggest wave possible, and then Jax cannot fight you in that big of a wave. And it should start from now. From now, you should be looking close to his turret, but you're gonna have a gigantic wave with you. And I think you sort of do it, but yeah, I'm writing it right now. Let turret hit right once more. Slow push. He has item advantage. Because now, because you didn't do that, yeah, every wave is gonna be a bit closer to his turret. Everything is gonna be a bit more difficult.
I mean, the second wave is connecting right now. Yeah, but I understand the concept.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like whenever you have a slow push, like almost all the time, it's gonna be better to do it this way. And now look at that also. Now look at how close you have to hit that wave to his turret. So if you want to hit the casters, you get into turret range. When if you slow push, the casters would actually be where the melees are, and then you will be like safe to like hit all of them. Still, we have the slow push, and we were able to crash it. Two very little things. It's not a big deal, but still, like, it's good reflexes to have. Well, get in that bush yourself, because here, like, he could check for you and then jump on you and still cancel your base. then you're fucked. And second, that ward, try to put it at the very last second if you're gonna put that ward.
Yes.
Because here, like, it's not big deals, but still like some small things. But still, all of what we talked about, it's not what is gonna make the biggest difference. It's still important. Everything that I'm talking about. Also, early pink ward, like, because when I'm saying you do that kind of things, I'm guessing like out of 100 games, like you do it pretty often. Also, that ward was also useless because Gragas is bot, and like, this vision is not going to achieve anything for long.
Yeah, I said it in the time, and
okay.
exactly that time I placed it.
Now I'm gonna say something that I really liked. That is like very like high. Relatively to your items. For example, like here, you only generated like let's say 1k gold. So an early pink ward, it's 7.5% of the total gold that you have. And it's a lot. You see what I mean? Like an early pink ward is a lot of gold spent, plus like it gives them gold also when they get it. So it's like 100 gold diff when you have only 1k. So it's like 10% of your gold that you're investing for a pink ward when you still have wards. Pink wards are good when you like either, okay, you can use them later in the laning phase maybe, and they're also good when you have a red trinket, and that way you still have a way to get vision yourself. But that early in the game, it represents like too much percentage of your total gold. It's like you only have 25 CS, but 3 of those CS have been spent for a pink ward, or 3.5, and it's a lot. The earlier, the more expensive. And also, so what I really like is that now you know that you have a timing, you have a timer, because Jax is like slow pushing, etc. And you're not missing too much, and you're using that time to do something. Perfect. That's top lane. You understood like the timers, etc. Perfect. Now, here you put the pink ward. Why not put the yellow ward? Why the pink ward?
I don't know, because it's a pink one.
Okay, well, a pink ward is good because it denies their vision. But here, do they have a ward here? Do you think they have a ward here? No, they don't. And also, a yellow ward is good because it means that they don't know that you have vision unless they use a red trinket. But here, Gragas is gonna do his red buff before the ward fades, if it was a yellow ward, and he wouldn't know that you know. But now because you put a pink ward, what happens is that Gragas goes to his red buff and he just clears your pink ward. What did it achieve? And you still have your ward and you still haven't used it. Yes. So it's both a lot of gold, plus you're giving gold and experience, and plus you're telling them that you have information on them, and like it's so bad for so many reasons. So yeah, it was good to go for deep vision, but go for the yellow ward. Use the pink not as a yellow trinket. Use it because you want to deny vision, or to know that they don't have vision on you at that point. That is good. For example, the pink ward in your river bush, yellow ward here and pink ward in your river bush would be good, because now Nocturne, when he comes, he knows that he is not seen, or he knows that he is seen. Imagine Nocturne, like, yeah, just the fact that knowing that he is not seen, or denying the vision to Jax. Maybe Jax has a ward, then you deny vision, and then maybe Jax would not respect the Nocturne coming, and Nocturne will be able to cancel his base, for example. So that's a good use of the pink ward. But here you actually just gave it to Gragas. Okay, does it make sense?
Yes.
Okay, and now look at what happens. The wave is crashing into you. Now it's gonna slow push into him. Can you do something about it? Not really. It's gonna slow push into him anyway. So should you try to slow push it fast? Should you try to slow push it slow?
Slow.
And then look at that E.
Yeah.
You demolished your timer. You demolished it, because now he's gonna have level 6 before you, most likely, because even if you slow pushed, you will stack waves, etc., and you have the chance to get level 6 first, or maybe he actually has it already. Yeah, he probably has it already. But you would be able to, like, to match level 6, to be able to live to Gragas gank, etc. To be able to farm this wave closer and then crash the next wave. And it will just put you in a way safer position. By the way, where is Gragas? So you use the pink ward, you know that Gragas was top.
Top, yes.
Now we have no info on Gragas, no info on Gragas, no info on Gragas, and we dash in that wave. That could be that could be very dangerous. Gragas has his top games up. We know that he's top. We haven't seen him mid or bot. It's really good that you use your E to push the wave because it's your objective right now. Your objective is to crash that wave. By the way, you could crash the next one if you're slow pushed. But if you still don't have info on Gragas, you should be very careful with that E uses. And actually, again, the slow push put us in a situation where we are not able to crash the wave correctly.
Yeah.
Again. Okay, so this is gonna be very important to keep, like, for the future. And all of this, all of what happens here. By the way, again, you get in Q range without having E. So that's a really important thing into the Jax matchup. You just wait 3 more seconds and then you just auto E out and then it's winning. Now you ghost, you ult, now you have nothing. I'm not gonna lie, when this happened, because now it's pushing back and now you have no ways of fixing it. When this happened, my Smurf ass, and I wrote it that way, was telling me, okay, you can outplay this. But I think the general rule is just to accept that, okay, bot side, you killed, you're getting platings. You got the Drake. Top side, your mission is just not to die. Like, and your team is winning.
Yes.
Of course, as a Smurf looking at that, and I was like, well, Jax has no E now. It's maybe you can bait them, maybe you can try to outplay a bit. But actually, like, with no info on Gragas, like, even these guys would dive me probably if I look to outplay that, or maybe not get in meta range of Jax and not start hitting him. Like, maybe that was a bit cocky. Like, I would be looking to, like, probably soak up experience. And yeah, you got your E cancelled by Gragas E flash actually, which is pretty unlucky. Did you still get damage by the ult, by the way? Not even sure. I feel like the ult still damage you. Yeah, I feel. Yeah. That's an unlucky timer. Yeah, so it was still, like, sort of outplayable, but yeah, it's okay to give. But I'm not gonna, like, it's also okay to try to outplay because it's outplayable because Jax had no more E and yeah, it was an unfortunate series of events. You are E getting cancelled by Gragas E, and then the ult still dealing damage and the flash going like a tenth of a second after. But still, after that, you're still gonna come back, and let's see how you come back, because from now on you're gonna do a few really good things. So we saw what you did wrong. It's basically the slow pushes and giving Jax free jumps on you when you didn't have E. That's the two only real mistakes that you made in the early lane. And the pink is like a small one. So it's one, but it's a small one. Now Jax is gonna come back top, and we're not gonna be able to completely fix that wave. Jax is gonna come, and then he's so ahead in terms of items, he just got the full turret, etc. So now it's good to actually look for this play. It's actually something that I don't do enough myself. I would have always cleared that wave first, because why not, you know? Just in case Jax decided not to go on top lane, well, you will still get the crash. So I would still get it, but it would make me come late to that fight. And not even looking at how you skirmish it, like, just the fact that you moved here, you understand that you have a timer, and now Jax is like sort of following, but the wave now is crashing. That's really good. That's a really good way of comebacking. And now I feel like we get in one thematic, which is a bit of a consequence of your twerking, is that you're forcing your teammates into either sharing experience or going on the wrong place. So here, for example, why are you farming this mid wave? What did Syndra do to you? Basically. So I will tell you how I think about it. Your top wave is fixed. Syndra is being there on time. Lux is being dead. So if you actually hold that wave in the middle, you can hold the freeze, Syndra can hold the freeze, and then Lux has no flash and she has to walk up, and maybe they can kill again with Nocturne on his next ulti. That's one way of thinking of it. Another thing, I could agree with pushing, because Lux is dead, and then we can go for platings. We're still before 14 minutes. We can go for platings with the Xerath and Syndra and all of us. Okay, why not? What I'm saying also is that my bot lane took the whole first turret bot, and they took the whole platings, and there's still like 3 minutes of platings. So maybe my bot lane can go top and play for those platings, for example. And then I go bot and I just like hold that turret, because I'm still super late in that game. I'm behind because of all the shit that happened. So it's okay. I would just like let my team, put my team in a position to do like the things that are more useful. So what I'm seeing as plays is push mid and get platings and reset. Hold the wave here and then either reset or maybe look to go for jungle camps, because someone will have to defend that top lane. Jax is probably going top right now, or maybe go for scuttle, or maybe go for something, or maybe even go invade bot, etc. Or go bot and send my bot lane top, or send my bot lane mid and mid top. But here my bot lane shouldn't go bot, because they took the first turret and now they should take every plating. There's the one that are ahead in the game. They are winning. So you do something which is in between all of those plays, which is you push mid, so now you share experience with Xerath and Syndra, and then the wave crashes, and then because the wave crashed, you don't even go for platings. Now you decide to go top, but look at your bot lane. They're going top, and now Tristana is pushing bot, and now you're just giving free platings to Tristana, and you're forcing your team to kill the Jax here. What if the Jax respects and just doesn't die, or you're just losing? By default, you're losing right now, because you're giving like, and it's a Tristana with E. She's gonna get those platings. So now we're starting in the Pyke situation. You see, 77 CS at 1140 is still decent. Like you can still come back and then end the game at 250 at 28 minutes, or even 10 CS minute. Like it's comebackable. Like the early CS don't matter as much as the late CS. But now we're at 77 at 1140. Now let's look at what we do. We track a bit around top. We go for that play that actually works only because like Jax like grids it, and also it doesn't even work that much because MF died. And you have to use ult for that, and you don't even get the shutdown. Now, instead of, I don't know, like you spending your 1400 gold while we're twerking around that Lux, we still do 1-for-1, which is not even that good. The top wave is bad. The mid wave is bad. We're not fixing any of those. Now we spend gold. And now let's see where we go. Mid. Why? So let's think about the lane assignment. If you're going mid, who is going top?
Syndra.
Okay, and who is going bot?
Bot lane.
To get what?
Nothing. To
Yes.
get more behind.
To get, yeah, exactly. Like your bot lane is the one that's ahead. Again, you should make them play for turret, and you don't want your bot lane to be facing their top laner, because he's so fed, and also he has a level advantage. See, even if your bot lane is behind, because you got solo XP, you're level 9 into level 8 and 7. Jax is probably level 10 into level 8 and 7. He can actually 1v2 them. And here, the thing is, because you were alive first, well, you decided first, and now, if you weren't going mid, probably that MF would go mid, and probably that Syndra will go top. Like, if you go bot, no one is gonna go bot. Like, you have to be the one being at the right place, you know? And now your team is facing Jax, and also the Drake is spawning, and now your team is topside on the Drake timer. So yeah, so I didn't see at the moment that, okay, Drake was actually spawning. Now you're sending your bot lane top, and they're slow pushing a wave, and now your team is losing golden experience top. The wave is bad, because we're not pushing it out to a turret, because they can't face check a Jax. Look at that, they face checked it, and now they died again. It's not like their fault. They just cannot, but you force them into it. Still, you skirmish really well. Like, that's something that, so once you're there and you're in the play, like, you play it really decently, like really good. Like, there's not much more to say about it, and that's the really good thing that you're doing. But imagine if you are doing the skirmishes, but if you are playing actually the right skirmishes, and if you are there at the right place at the right time, and if right now at 40 minutes you would have Kraken already, if you just CS decently or were there for the waves. Now imagine those fights with the Kraken, you would like shit on them. It would be so easy. And now we're gonna kill them. Everyone is gonna be dead. So surely we push top, for example. Okay, maybe not right now. Okay, we ult. I would argue that you could like maybe deal more damage on the Gragas. So I would be happy going crazy on the Gragas and like trading my life for his. Or for him being very low HP because we're playing for the Drake. Oh, actually, ADC is like really... Okay, ADC is out. So this is fine. But now, we saw Gragas. We saw Tristana. These guys are dead. What should we do?
Fix the top wave.
Fix the top wave. Do Herald and ping team to you can do Herald here. You don't need HP to do Herald. If Gragas is out and if Gragas comes to you, okay, you just like walk back, you save your E, and then it's a free Drake for your team. And if Gragas doesn't come to you, like here for example, just wait a bit, and if he shows mid, it's free Herald. But here, look at your movements. We're top, and then you see that maybe something is happening, so you start moving there. And then you stop moving at that point, and then you press B. You're twerking, like you're legit twerking on the map. You need to be proactive. You need, as Tryndamere. Tryndamere is what? He's a little ball of damage that goes very fast on the map. That's what you are. So you need to be constantly like dealing damage to make use of your champion. You're not a ball of vision, you're not a ball of CC, you're not a ball of healing, you're a ball of damage. So you need to be hitting something. Hit a herald, hit a wave, hit a turret, hit a champion. But staying around a potential fight to maybe look for the opportunity and wait for them to overstep. Okay, Drake has been taken. Next objective is herald. Where should we go now? And we have no ult. Where do we go now?
We go for side lane.
Which one?
Top.
Why?
To contest the split from Jax.
This is not a split. Okay, maybe you have a wrong idea of what a split is. Splitting is not pushing a side wave. Splitting is pushing the side wave that is opposite to the objective. Because here it's not going to be a split. Look at what happens top. He's not split from the action, because the action is going to happen topside, because there's a herald on the map. Being split, or doing the split, means splitting from the action. Splitting from your team and the enemy team means going opposite to the objective. You have no ults. You don't want to be there for the 5v5. You're useless. Like Tryndamere with no ult, with just a Kraken. No, bro. Look at that wave that you're losing bot. And also Tristan is getting the turret. And now you're sending Nocturne bot. And now Nocturne is not bot for the Herald. That's you. Imagine if you went bot. Where would Nocturne go? Bot?
No,
of course
top.
not. He would go where he's supposed to be. He's the smite. He would go on Herald. Look at that wave, bro. It's gigantic. And yeah. So, and someone can defend for that Jax. Even like Xerath can defend the Jax push from here. He just walks here, he ults, and he gets the wave. That's it. And then Syndra has the time to back, go top, or MF can, or Nocturne can, or whoever. It doesn't matter. But here, like, you're losing so much gold and experience. Nocturne sees it, and he's like, oh, I'm not losing that. Now Nocturne goes to the fight, and now you're useless. Nocturne is useless, and your team is playing a 3v4 mid. And of course, they're losing it. Still, you go there, and you manage to, like, win it because you're playing the skirmishes right. And that will probably in your head you're thinking, okay, I did the right thing, but you didn't. That's if they stopped like the fight when they were supposed to stop the fight, like it was just like losing. Like he doesn't have to jump on you here. So it's not you doing the right thing. It's like
he's doing the bad thing. It's a bad decision from him.
And now we kill them. And what can we do? Remember what the objective was?
Herald.
Yeah, and we have mid prio. So Lux is gonna be stuck here. Two of them are dead. Nocturne is coming back on the map. Tristana is bot. So it's only Gragas and and it's only Gragas against you, Xerath, and Nocturne on Herald. That's what we are playing for. So don't chase that Lux. Just okay. You can go do the red buff. Why not? And we get the Herald. Okay, but it should be like instant. That's what we're playing for. Okay, what's the next objective now? Oh, where are we going mid? Again, you see how like by default you're going wherever the action is. You can do that, but play Ornn. Play, I don't know, play another champion. Don't, like, this is not how you play Tryndamere. Because by doing this, the longer the game goes, the more you're gonna get shit on, and that's why Jax actually got 5 levels lead on you. When
right.
Because he's there for the waves. Now look at top, you're bleeding. Because you have a big wave slow pushing, and now no one is getting top, and you're going where your team already is. So you're sharing XP mid, and you're going for that play for nothing, and now Jax just got a huge ass wave, and now again your jungler is forced to be top. When the next objective is gonna be Drake, and he want to be bot to set up vision, or he want to be on that team fight because he's Nocturne and he has an ult. But now he's forced to stay here to defend tier 2. And yeah. And you achieve nothing. You're just working. Again, and now we want to play for Drake, and also something really important, which is cooldowns. We want to play for Drake. I ask you what's the next objective, and you tell me there's Nash and Drake spawning at the same time. So good news. In a minute and 20 seconds, you will have Ghost, Flash, ult, and also gold spent. Now you can fight maybe if you want to. Okay, you can fight on that timer. But now we take a fight before, and now we won't have ult for Drake and Nash timer. But even if we don't have ult, I'm sure that we're gonna go for a fight. Yeah. When you can actually, by the way, again, we're playing for the objective. You need to be obsessed about the objective. We're playing for an objective. Tristana is dead. The objective is spawning. You have the position. Just start hitting Drake at that point. You have the vision here for Gragas. You have the vision here for Gragas. You see that this guy is here. Your team can come, and you have the smite here with you. Nocturne doesn't have to be here to hit the Drake. He needs to be there to smite the Drake. And you have Kraken Slayer, which is a ton of damage on single target objectives. And the Cloud Drake, I think, is actually pretty easy to do, if I'm not mistaken. And Syndra can just like prevent Gragas access to the Drake. So yeah. Well, exactly. Syndra just prevented access with Xerath. And yeah, you could have just gotten the Drake. Again, here, for example, it's winning. We're playing for the Drake. We could actually go Drake and maybe go Nash even after. But I feel like you're not, again, playing for the fight, playing for the skirmish. He flashed away. Perfect. Good. Now it's no flash. He's out. These two guys are out. You can go Drake and not even go Nash, but at least like set up vision on Nash, press B, and then you can play for the Nash. And you, Tryndamere, you will go bot. Because also, at that point, like Jax is not even that ahead, and he went Mercs and not even Tabais. So at some point you're actually ahead of him. Like you would win the side lane. So, but we trade all of our HP. I mean, there's a bit of a camera issue here. Like, so this is like, we call it fait de jeu in French. It means like it's not, it's things that shit happens basically. And then we die to Lux when like you don't have to be there anymore. And of course it's Lux. But this is not a big deal. We got the Drake. We got what we played for. And now look at that, bro. Look at that. I ask you like, where are you going? And now I would be so happy that you're going bot. And then you go back top and like, bro, like, come on. So it's not even like go back bot to take that tier 2, like, or to win the 1v1 into Jax.
No, it's to get them to me to don't do Nasher.
Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, we actually see Jax, and your Nocturne is defending, and so by going bot, so you're gonna push bot to the point where someone has to match you. And when someone has to match you, because you're a little fast ball of damage, you can do two things. If you can beat the guy who's matching you, you just beat the guy who's matching you. And if you cannot beat the guy who's matching you, you just out-rotate. And then you create a 5v4, and then because you have superior skirmishing and you're playing your champion pretty well, actually, in fights, you're just gonna win them so easily. And you're gonna have more gold, more experience. Your team is gonna have more gold and more experience because every play that you did, you forced your team to like share gold and experience. And everything is gonna be so much easier. And now you're stuck top, 23 minutes, you're doing nothing. 24 minutes, you're doing nothing. 24 and a half, still doing nothing. And now we're going bot, finally. And remember how you said, yeah, but it's because Nocturne is bot, etc., or Syndra is bot? Well, they're bot because you're not. That's it. That's the reason they're bot. So now you can push this, and now maybe you can, okay, now you can look to rotate to Nash, because maybe they kill the ADC, and they see you bot, and it's a 5v3, and maybe they would try to do Nash. Okay, now you can move, but you know that they're going to be the one losing golden experience when you're moving. Not on this wave, but on the next one. Okay, Tristana is bot, and that's why I was asking you, do you beat Tristana 1v1? And you tell me no? Well then, out-rotate her. Go mid, go on that Lux. But you tell me that you don't beat Tristana if she has ult and jump, etc. But you still look to beat Tristana, or to go back bot. So that's the timer. That's when you want to group. You pushed in bot, someone is pinned bot lane, that's the timer to go mid. And that's why you go red trinket on Tryndamere, to make sure that you're not seen on your way. Now another thing, look at that, 25-19, you have the gold for Navori, right? And you have a timer for Navori, because now we know that they're not doing Nash. Because yes, our ADC is dead, but their ADC is bot. And we just have Vision and Krakus. So you could just press B here and buy Navori, right? At 25 minutes, 25 like 20. Now let's see when you actually buy back and buy Navori. So you fight here, or you try to fight here. 27. You stay on the map after they take Drake, and you actually have time. 28. You look to invade when they have a timing. You fight again, and now we base. So you've had it like for like 4 minutes basically, and you try to take 3 different plays when you had the spike on Tryndamere. So that's another really important thing that's in Tryndamere's identity, that you need to spike as hard as possible at every stage of the game, and it's really important. Like, champion by default is weak. Like, you need more gold than your opponent, and you need more items than your opponent. And if you want to stat check, you told me stat check. Well, if you want to stat check, you need to buy the stats, actually. And you had you had multiple timers to buy it. So like everything that happens here, I'm not even gonna look at it, because it all comes down to just, you need to back and purchase. Like, if you have the gold for your item, you need to buy that item, unless you have actually like something very useful to do. But here, when MF was dead, for example, if you just press B, well, you're gonna come back on the wave at the same time as MF, and then you have spent your gold, MF has spent her gold, everyone has spent their gold, and coming back on the wave, and then you have a good tempo as a team. But here, like, you're so behind, where you're actually not. Like, when you think about it, here you're 0, 3, and 0. Your kills and assists don't matter, because you haven't spent your gold. So you're only 150 CS Tryndamere, 0, 0, 0 Tryndamere at 28 minutes.
Right.
Which is pretty weak as a champion. Some other champions can manage. You can't. And here you see the magic of just going bot, and then Nocturne is like, finally, I cannot go bot. Still, again, at that point, something different happens. At that point, you have fallen way too behind of that Jax, because of all the time you spent like not doing something, and he was doing something. So now, just holding Jax on side lane is good enough. If the guy in front of you is having more gold, but you're having the same impact, it means that you're having relatively more impact. Does it make sense? Doing even with less means doing more, basically. So you can't. So splitting is also good for that, just to bring the guy that's more fed, and then you just have not to die and not to get dove, and not like just to depush waves. That's actually, whenever I'm behind with Tryndamere, I like to buy a Tiamat. This way I can just make sure that I depush the waves, and that's it. And I don't get dove. So I don't know if you use your E aggressively, but you should save your E here. I mean, there's a bit of a thing like, well, first, like, you should be way more scared than this guy. Like, not even, because now he has the Q, and look at the time you give him before like you put your E on cooldown. 1, 2, so he gets like 2 more seconds diff on the Q, and also the map is a square, so the fastest way out is actually not to go bot. The fastest way out is to go this way, because if you go this way, he can actually cut your path. So yeah. And I think you would have probably, if you just E instant out after he Qs first, then you will get another E for his other Q, if he even gets another Q, and then you can just press back and then come back and try to defend that tier 2 top. Or Xerath can just look to defend the wave maybe. Okay, but at least it was the first time that you were where you were supposed to be. And if you did that earlier for the whole like game, starting at 16 minutes, you wouldn't be that behind of the Jax, and you will be able to kill the Jax with Nocturne. Because as we said, from champ select, Nocturne is really good with split pushers, because he can just come and impact after he used the E. Okay, so now you're kind of supposed to stay. So it's very now. The only issue is that now you're getting into the idea of, okay, maybe I should actually split push. But the issue is, it's hard to split push on the Nash timer. Because your team, like, yes, your team has a lot of deep push, but against Nash it can be tough. But still, look at how good things happen when you do this. You push top. Jack bases. So you base. And now you have, theoretically a 4v5. So of course, like, he has a TP, so he can TP once. But now imagine if you did that earlier. So you make that play, you make him TP, and then you go back to base. You get back to side lane, you make him come again, and then you can rotate to your team. So that's why actually into tanks and into matchups that I cannot like solo kill, I decided to stop playing for the team fights, and I go like into Malphite, for example. I go grasp, Hullbreaker, Triforce, and I just ignore the guy and just hit turrets, because I felt like it was too like boring and flippy to just bring the guy on side lane, out rotate, make him TP, bring the guy on side lane again, out rotate, and then have 15 seconds of a window to win a team fight. I was like, bro, like I'm flipping my whole game on those 15 seconds of window that I get every 3 or 4 minutes, you know? So that's why personally I stopped doing it, but it's still good to do it. And at this point, like, you are too behind, etc., to make like too big of an impact. But see, and now even with his TP, he's losing 200 gold, and you got 200 gold from the waves. Or you got 300, and they're losing like 200. So it's like 500 gold diff just by pushing waves. And now you can fight. You can still fight. I'm not telling you shouldn't fight. You should just fight on the right timers for the right reasons. And you should put yourself in situations where you fight, the enemy team is the one losing by default golden experience.
Yes.
And not you. And yeah, that was like from mid game to late game. That was the like only issue I saw. But it was the only issue, but it was also an issue all the time, basically. So bro, you fix that. You get a bit more matchup knowledge, and you do your slow pushes better. And by the way, like yesterday I received a message from the guy that I coached in the afternoon, and he told me slow push strat works already. That slow push strat just paid off, made the Fura just miss 4 waves. And because yeah, of course, if you can slow push like this and then you dive the guy, bro, like it's mental FF, they lose so much. So this slow push, a bit of matchup knowledge, and just like applying pressure first before rotating. And bro, the games are gonna be so easy. It's gonna be so easy. Like, it's gonna feel like stupid how easy it's gonna be. Like, I'm not even kidding, because it was just these 3 big mistakes. And yeah. Okay, so that was it for my review. So did that bring any question on your side regarding this game or the game in general?
No. It's coming close to me, that what you told me.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, hopefully I was able to convince you like how important it was actually. I wanted to maybe do something. I will do it like real quickly, but I think it's gonna be good because the Jax matchup, we both agree it's one of the matchups that you're gonna play the most, right? Like I'm guessing when you first pick Tryndamere, they're gonna pick Jax most of the time. Do you still see my?
Also, can I tell you something?
Of course.
I was playing normals with some friends, and my MMR in normals, the hidden MMR, is way higher than my ranked games.
Mm-hmm.
And I managed to get a lead on a Master Jax. I don't know if he was boosted.
Okay. I mean, if it was a normal game, maybe he was not like fully tryharding or anything, but still like pretty respectable. I mean, I don't doubt that you can like outplay in skirmishes or 1v1 some pretty good players. I keep saying it, like you have some pretty good skirmishes. There's no issue with that. It's just that if you need to set up yourself for success, like play for the level 2 advantage, play for the wave, etc. And then that's why it's gonna be so easy, because you already have the skirmishing figured out for the most part. Of course, it's not perfect. It's never perfect. But yeah, I'm not even that surprised. But yeah, props to you. Props to you. Are you still seeing my my Chrome, my screen share?
Yes.
Okay, just to show you real quick, I'm not gonna spend an hour on it. Just to show you like what I mean by the different interactions. So first, be there on the lane, start hitting, and he's there on the lane as well. So I hit him as soon as he is, then I use my own E, boom.
Yeah.
And I actually, okay, I'm pretty proud of that one, so I would go back to it, because I did the fastest step back I think I ever did in my life, to make sure that I get the E damage. You don't even see it. Boom. Little step back to make sure that, yeah, I was pretty proud of that. It's not a big deal.
Riven animation cancels.
Yeah. And now, so I hit him because I know that he doesn't have E now, and whenever he, okay, so I'm not gonna extend because he's gonna get E and he got his lethal tempo stacked. Now he's gonna get level 2 advantage, so I'm not gonna give him the Q range. I'm staying out of his Q range. And you can imagine like a string that is the length of his Q, and I can walk up, but then I walk back. And boom, now he can Q me because I have E, so I auto E out. And I won that trade being level 1. Okay, and now we get the slow push thingy. So slow push, okay, well, I saw an opportunity here. And he's actually pushing the wave. I mean, I think I'm gonna end up killing him here. And now I'm playing for the level 3, boom, level 3.
Is that the play you make to flash from the bush to kill him?
Oh yeah, oh, you saw that game?
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay. And now it just goes, boom.
Yes, and flash bomb.
Okay, and now we have the slow push situation where I'm low in HP. If I look to push that fast, he's gonna TP back and I'm gonna be in the tough situation. I cannot crash it. So I'm gonna look to last hit it. This doesn't get 2 turret shots, because the minion is gonna die before. And then, yeah, just being safe, pressing Qs. I said something recently on stream, which I never said before, and I think it's really good to keep in mind with Tryndamere. You see how I'm still farming here, and I already have a big wave, and now actually Kha'Zix can come, only because I'm like slow pushing as slow as possible. And now Kha'Zix can come, and now we can get the kill, and now we can get the crash, and now we can base. Is that the difference between a good and a bad situation with Trynd is the amount of Qs you need to press. Like, you have one of the rare champs in the game that has actually infinite healing. Gragas doesn't have infinite healing because it costs him mana to heal. Tryndamere has infinite healing because you just need time to press Qs to heal. So even if I'm in a bad situation, I would just not take damage and just press Qs on CD. And of course it's gonna happen again. He's gonna, okay, well, he died, etc. But I'm just doing the same things over and over again. Like I'm like legit top lane. The higher you go in terms of skill and knowledge, the more boring it gets. It gets super boring. Because here, like, I was able to punish some mistakes that he did, but the better Jax wouldn't make mistakes. And then I would just be trading waves for like 10 minutes until something happens on the map. Now, I mean, I'm ahead now, so of course it's gonna be different. But yeah, so you get the idea in the matchup, like the small interactions and then the slow push. And it's the only 2 different things that I did from you in that game. Like, I didn't do anything crazy that you did not do, basically. Except playing around his E and jump. Or just his jump and slow pushing my wave. That's the only difference that may be hard shit on the 300 LP Jax.
Yes, I see it.
So yeah, hopefully, yeah, it was not to flex. Hopefully you didn't take it that way. It was just like to actually show you like a practical example of how to do it, basically. Okay. Do you have any question? Anything you want to discuss, or are we good here on your side?
Nah. Last split, I played around 200 Tryndamere games in ranked.
Mm-hmm.
Around, and I don't want to defend myself in CSing, but my average CSing per minute was 8, 9.
Okay. Well,
It
what
was,
happened this game then?
It was very chaotic. I don't know.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It's okay. It's good that I had this kind of game.
Yeah, for sure. It is like, I mean, as I said, like I'm not looking for you guys to perform. Like if you made those mistakes a few times during that game, it probably means that you sometimes do those mistakes, and then it's good that I just talk about them, and then we can review them. But of course, like I'm not judging or anything. I'm just looking at the plays of that specific game, of course, and trying to understand like things that you would do often. And because like you did it like for like 10 minutes in that game, I'm guessing that even in the games where you farm a lot, still sometimes you would drop like big waves for fights, for useless fights, or like use your ult before Drake fight or things like that. So I still talk about them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, EMENZ, if we're getting to that point, we're getting to the point where you probably heard that on my last coaching. I will ask you, actually, if you can like coach me on my coaching. So if you can think of the things that I've been doing right, so I can keep doing them with my following students, but also the things that I've been doing wrong or could be bettered, please let me know so I can work on that.
No, I got nothing. Unless maybe you can question your students more about their issues at the beginning. You did that, but I don't know, making notices or something, and call you can
I consider it more in my coaching, like focusing on those points, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell the student he can make his noted with the issues to have it in reach for his eyes, so he have it visual, so he can fix it eventually when he saw it on his monitor.
Okay, I see. Yeah, okay, I'd agree with
Maybe.
that. Like even like you know how I said like I'm just asking it because like regardless what you guys say, I will still focus on everything. But still, if you guys feel like this is an issue for you, it means that you want to focus on it, and I should like help you do that for sure. You're right. You're right about that. I would take that. I would take that in consideration.
Nice.
And regarding the good things, if there is any, of course.
Very good. You make very high frequently notes about your students. I like your organization.
Okay.
And you let it flow. You let the player play. You don't try to take it. I can't tell it.
I don't try to pilot
German
you.
Yeah, you don't try to pilot me. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Well, I will keep doing that for sure. I think it's really important to see you make your own mistakes, you know. Okay, awesome. And then the very last thing I will ask you is, of course, like I'm trying to benchmark also like the market, trying to make more paid coachings in the future. I already did a few ones, but not that much. So what do you think would be a fair price for that kind of sessions, in your opinion?
60 euros.
Okay, we're getting the average higher now. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the numbers from everyone, and at the end I would like see like what the average is and see like if it sounds fair or not. Okay, amazing. Well, EMENZ, if it's good for you, well, it's good for me as well. Also, like you unlocked the messages to Chaddouk, as I keep saying, so you can send me like, of course, you can come in Twitch chat, ask me anything, or on YouTube, but you can also just send me a message on Discord, ask me about the build, about the play, about anything, and I will try to answer to the best of my capacity. I have no problem with that. And yeah, other than that, well, thank you for being coachable. Like, it was enjoyable, this session. I mean, I already had good sessions so far. It's pretty puggy. And yeah, good luck and have fun for your games, for your climb, and for your life as well. And hopefully I will see you soon.
Thank you, thank you.
Welcome.
For
See
you
you,
too.
bro. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, that was coaching number 4. I mean, that was coaching number 106, but number 4 of the Tryndamere arc.